You shuffle forward through the dust, the sand beneath your feet now cool and loose, no longer baking from the sun. The wind is softer, brushing your cheek like a passing sleeve. Timbuktu sleeps lightly. Somewhere a dog barks once, then goes silent again. You pass under a crumbling archway and enter a neighborhood older than most. Walls pockmarked by time, doors bleached by the sun, hinges groaning like old men when they swing. Inside one of these weathered homes, you spot something strange on a low shelf. A tightly bound manuscript wrapped in oilcloth and looped with twine. Beside it, a small, rusted key. The manuscript is locked. Not because it's valuable, though it probably is, but because it holds personal writings. Yes, even centuries ago, people kept diaries, and at least one of them may have belonged to a woman. One mainstream fact, and a juicy one at that. Not all of Timbuktu's manuscripts were religious or legal. Some were personal. Poetry, letters, dreams, even notes on parenting. Scholars now believe a small subset of these were written by women, though few are openly signed. Privacy wasn't just a social custom, it was protection. Especially for thoughts considered too emotional, too personal, too feminine. The manuscript here, found hidden under floorboards during a renovation, includes dream records written in first-person narrative. I saw a well that overflowed, and the water turned to script. That line repeats twice. Then, my sister told me I must write it down. The writing is slanted, uneven in places, but the ink is strong and the phrasing poetic. Scholars argue over whether it was a mystic, a healer, or simply a woman with vivid dreams and access to ink. Here's your quirky gem for the night. Some women in Timbuktu used scent markers in their writings. Clove rubbed on pages, a dab of rose oil at the edges, tiny aromatic signatures. One such manuscript smells faintly of lemon balm centuries later. Not enough to perfume the room, just enough to startle a curious archivist who leaned in too close. It smelled like someone had just left, he wrote. You duck into a shadowy room and the air thickens. Not from heat, but from presence. The kind of heavy silence that makes your ears ring a little. Against one wall is a wooden chest, carved and scorched, its lid slightly ajar. Inside are scrolls wrapped not in cloth, but in strips of what looks like softened bark. Fragile, fibrous, and carefully labeled in faded ink.